One man stands ready to deliver change we desperately need. A man I'm proud to call my friend. A man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack America.
Out of $1,600,000,000,000 worth, $1,400,000,000,000. Out of $1,400,000,000. It's hard to even say it, it's so much. That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-point-something billion metric tons of CO2 going in the air. By the way, it's cost a lot of money. It cost about $740 billion over 10 years. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Oh, I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom. I was a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but you're... You do that. I understand it. It's clear in its face. You're accurate. But how, in making the case of the freedom men have, what do you do to, other than to sort of embarrass men into getting into the argument and voting the right way on this issue? Speak softly and carry a big stick. End of quote. The way China will respond is when we gather the rest of the world that in fact believes in open trade and making sure that we're in a position that the world that we deal with WHO the right way. If it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway. If Republicans pass, and I don't think they can do it now, a national ban abortion. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. 3-0, 330, or 303, 330, or BOO. Wait, you got it. I can't have trouble reading this. Reuters, Nathaniel Bose. Will enhance our underlying effort to accommodate the Russian oligarchs and make sure we take their ill-begotten gains. We're going to accommodate them. We're going to seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy. Kleptocracy and the guys who are the kleptocracies. But these are bad guys. My physical as well as my mental fitness. I'm looking forward to this, man. You walk behind me in a debate. Come here, man. We can't rebuild our economy and meet this climate crisis. We need to work again with Canada and Mexico as neighbors, not as adversaries. And what makes his wild claims and hopes, he now hopes we don't notice what he said or won't remember. And when he does follow through or doesn't do when follow through, the exact opposite. 1.2 billion. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. What happened? 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk. My grandfather, Finney Groom Scranton, would really be proud of me right now. No, I'm not joking, he would. By the way, he's an All-American football player, John, in Santa Clara. Stand up, Chuck, let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? And I had a nurse nurses at Walter Reed Hospital who would bend down and whisper in my ear and go home and get me pillows. They would make sure they'd actually probably nothing ever taught in, you can't do it in the COVID time, but they'd actually breathe in my nostrils to make me move, to get me moving. Donald Trump does pose an extra threat to this. It's not hypothetical. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. If you could take care, if you were a quartermaster, you can sure and hell take care of running a department store thing, where in the second floor of the ladies department. You know what I mean? No man has a right to raise a hand to a woman in anger. We have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. It will be a big, no, I really mean exacerbating the need for environmental justice. Sorry, as a bug. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by I'm among many qualified people. I'm the best qualified person for this job. And to see why your wife left you. Why you text Sanders? Why? You're getting nervous, man. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. The rapidly rising I don't know. I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts. I'm not sure whether it was a medical school or where the hell I spoke, but it was on a campus. If you want to protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun. Have the shells, a 12-gauge shotgun. Hey, look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. We have to eliminate the funding gap that exists between minority white and majority white and non-white districts. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. No, I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. Well, President Trump and the demagogues around the world and partnerships built on coercion. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. It's a joke. You know where. It's not about. I know you're supporting by saying booing, but look, here's the. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago, unnecessarily. Now we have over 120 million dead from COVID. I had the great privilege of being the guest leader of this outfit for a year. It's an appropriate place to make the speech I'm about to make. That's the kind of first lady this Jill Biden will be. God love you. Don't have here in Miami, in Florida. You don't have it here, and that is if you keep. No matter what their cost, 2, 10, 12, 15, oops, stepping on them. That's black. Anyway. I want to see these beautiful young ladies. I want to see them dancing when they're 4 years older, too. So you don't make somebody else sick. Sick. What's with this guy? Cicadas. I just got one. It got me. Biden's being Biden's being an extremist. I'm in good health. All of everything physically about me is still functioning well. So, and mentally too. So, but right now, I feel completely capable of doing the job. I think it's a legitimate thing to be concerned about anyone's age, including mine. I think it's totally legitimate. But I think the best way to make the judgment is to watch me.